Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today is Loot. So we posted an episode a couple days ago, a week ago, whatever.
Wait, Kage's here too.
Oh yeah.
This mother.
Start it over.
So we won't even start over. That's okay. Kage's here.
I thought he was trying to skip me on purpose. I was like, okay, well, I guess this is a secret podcast. It was just with hate and loot. All right.
Well, I didn't inform them of what we're recording today, just because we just recorded two other episodes, and we posted an episode. I think it was just me and Loot that posted the last one, where we just kind of did a little state of the game. It's pretty negative. Some people
We
hated
got a
it.
lot of hate mail
Yeah,
in
we got a
that
lot of hate
one.
mail during that one. People don't like when we're down on the game, but yeah, we're players. Not a lot to be optimistic about at the moment. Maybe that will change if raids are at least not buggy and the milestones are at least achievable and they don't do an extra siege sale. But with all that aside, I had somebody reach out to me on Discord and just ran an idea by me, and I wanted to get you guys' opinion because I thought it was kind of an interesting question. How
All
would you
right.
guys feel if, and the person who wrote me was Roll and Roll, but how would you guys feel if, so we've heard for a long time that this DC Legends is built on like an old game code that the original developers, I guess, aren't part of it anymore. And, I guess it's hard to program certain things. So, how would you guys feel if they just did a complete reboot with DC Legends 2? Obviously, you would lose everything that you've put into the game, but it's everything we ever wanted it to be.
I say yes.
How about you, Kage?
That's tough because
Yeah,
I
I'm
used to
really.
play a lot of Injustice 1 on mobile back in the day, and I was like grinding it hard, right? I had like every character, everyone's maxed out, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden they like raised the gear cap, they raised the level cap, and then I was like, okay, that's tolerable, but sure, I'll keep playing. And then they dropped Injustice 2, and I thought, dude, I'm not trying to start over and lose all my progress and
But
do all
let me
that
ask you a question
stuff. So
though.
I,
Injustice 1, was that, like, was there major flaws in the game and development cycle, or was it a really fun game you really enjoyed that you didn't really feel like there was a need for
um, I don't know. I wasn't socializing that much with people, so I never really took feedback from other people. So I really just grinded it on my own. It didn't really seem like there was a problem to me. And I guess that comes down to like with DCL, a lot of players really aren't socializing with each other and aren't really vocal about what they're doing. So they might just be playing and not notice a thing, you know?
it? Yeah,
You
I'm
know what I'm
really
saying?
torn on this topic too because obviously I've invested insane time, energy, financial resources into this game. But obviously we're going into 3 years, and unless there's like a major revamp and a lot of resources suddenly dedicated to the game, I just don't see things. Obviously we'll see small incremental changes. There may even be big features that possibly are out there that'll be added at some point, but I'm just not sure we're going to see, you know, everything that we kind of expect and see. Um, I kind of broke and got bored and downloaded a turn-based game that everybody's been raving about for a while. And I gotta say, it's got everything I ever wanted DC Legends to do. And I think it's because it's on a newer, better platform and a lot of resources are dedicated to it. It doesn't have the DC lore and everything that I love.
Is
But
that a turn-based game, or is that
yeah, it's turn-based.
kind of like that other game that
No,
was
it's
really shady?
turn-based, and I kind of upset with myself for playing it because honestly, it's the best mobile game I've ever played. We'll talk about that offline. But like, it is so good. Like, I'm afraid to play it now.
I'm
But
not playing it.
yeah, I'm
Can't
afraid
do it. I
because it's
will.
those
I'll
gotcha
go and
games.
I'll go broke.
Those gotcha games are terrible. That's one thing I will say DC Legends does right is it's not a gotcha game, even though sometimes they piss me off with their sales. But anyway, the back to this topic, I just can't decide if it's worth it. Maybe. How would you feel? How about this, Kage? How would you feel if instead of doing a DC Legends 2, they basically kind of do what I've seen other games do, and there's a major level cap raise, like instead of going to What level are we at?
Not
70?
we're at 80, so
We're at
instead of
80.
go to 90.
They go to 100, and there's Gear 12 and Gear 13, but it's like a complete platform revamp, graphics change. Like it was massive, massive changes.
That's tough. I mean, I've like you, I've invested a lot of money, and I'm in a pretty good spot. And then to like dump more money into being competitive again, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Um, I don't know. I'd stick around just to see where things go, but
Yeah.
I can't say I'd be excited for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn on neither because on one hand, I don't want too much more to do because I already play way too much. Like I've slowed down a lot this month, like just sheer amount of time that I've played, as you can tell by my alliance points. But on the other hand, I got a lot of stuff going on in real life, so it's kind of been a blessing at the same time. But then I also find myself getting extremely bored at times. So I'm kind of on both sides of the fence. In a way, I kind of want to just step back for a little bit and hopefully something cool comes out down the road. But on the other hand, if they did a bunch of super awesome, fun things, I'd want to make time for it because I would be having fun. So
Yeah, it's we're already spending a couple hours on the game, and there's just so much going on right now, and it's just like part of me hates that raids are on auto, but part of me is like I'm glad it's on auto because I can just do other stuff, but then you didn't pay for the game to be on auto and everything, right?
yeah, it's kind of had that job feeling lately.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling to play the game at all right now.
So I don't know. I think I'd be for it, but I'm just curious what the community thinks. What would you be willing to give up basically? Would you be willing to start over for just a new
I would
version?
do both. What both options that you just said, I'd be okay with both of them.
So I'm just curious.
I'm
Or what?
willing to totally start over. There's another game I play on console, and it totally started over, and I was okay with it. Um, I had put 3 years into the game. I collected all this stuff. It's a little different because it's not money; it's time.
Right.
And they rebooted it. The game wasn't great when it got rebooted, but like I was still okay with it because I love the game. And then I just sunk a whole much more time into it. But at the same time, if they take the same game, do the revamp that you're talking about, add 20 more levels, 2 more sets of gear, but like so much content that we're like swimming in content, I'm all for it. That sounds great.
I
And you also should say advertise the game.
Well, obviously, if they devote all that time and resources, it would be like a new thing where you would have a huge influx of players.
You
Um,
can barely find this game on the App Store. If you go through the App Store and you look at like popular games right now, every single month in the popular games is its competitor, Marvel Strike Force. Every single month. It's always in like the top picks on the App Store. So it's constantly feeding new players into it. Whereas DC Legends, it's just like, hey, we don't believe in advertising. Sorry.
yeah, I'm very confused by that, personally. That other game that I downloaded, I mean, that game I've been seeing the advertisements for like 6 months. I've been resisting until
There's
ogre.
even advertisements on TV.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
yeah,
The
I mean,
budget that they have. I think they even had one during the Super Bowl last year.
yeah. It's a bit crazy. So anyway, let us know what your thoughts are. I'm just curious what people's opinions are. You'd rather see a full revamp with a ton of new content, a whole new game altogether on just a new platform, everybody kind of starting over, but everything you ever wanted, or you're happy with kind of the way things are and you just want to see small incremental changes and some new content, hopefully, eventually. Just curious what the community's opinion is on that one. All right, guys.
yeah, I'd be cool with a small revamp, but yeah.
All right, guys. So we just wanted to post that question out there, trying to keep it from getting too negative, but obviously we've been struggling lately. So we'll keep churning out the content. Just grind on. Our podcast is like raids. We just keep on going.
That's right.
Few bugs, but it's okay. All right, take care.
Hi, this is Renee Sylvia 88, DC Legends moderator. Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL Broadcast. If you liked the show, please help them out by becoming a Patreon and earn special rewards. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. Please don't subject us to the creepy ogre news voice.